I found bruises on my son during our weekend visit. What I did next cost me everything, but saved his life. I circled the date on my calendar every month. The one weekend my ex-wife allowed me to see our son Jake. After our bitter divorce, these precious 48 hours were all I had. Last Saturday started perfectly pancake-shaped like dinosaurs, his favorite cartoons. But when Jake winced while changing for swimming, my world shattered. His small back was covered in welts and bruises in various stages of healing. Daddy, please don't tell, he whispered, eyes wide with fear. Craig says if I tell anyone about punishment time, he'll hurt Huntress too. Huntress was Jake's elderly golden retriever. My 6-year-old son was being systematically abused by my ex-wife's new husband, and the system had failed him. 3 previous calls to Child Protective Services had resulted in nothing. Craig was a respected businessman with connections, and my ex painted me as a bitter ex-husband making false claims. I made a decision that night that would cost me my freedom, my career, and nearly everything I owned. But watching Jake sleep, curled protectively around his bruised ribs, I knew I had no choice. I didn't return Jake on Sunday. Instead, I documented every mark on his body, recorded his tearful testimony, and fled across state lines to my sister's home. I was arrested 2 days later for parental kidnapping. The evidence was undeniable this time. The judge sentenced me to probation and mandatory counseling, but granted me full custody. My ex-wife claimed ignorance of the abuse, but lost all unsupervised visitation rights. Craig received 3 years in prison where inmates have their own justice system for child abusers. He's now in a long-term care facility unable to hurt anyone again. Sometimes breaking the law is the only way to uphold justice. I'd sacrifice everything again to see Jake sleeping peacefully, finally safe.